I think my entrepreneurial background has really helped me to look at problems or challenges very quickly, assess the risk, figure out whether it's consistent with the mission and the priorities that I have, and make a quick decision. As a small business person, you got to work your buns off. That's the reality if you want to succeed. And it's the same in politics. It's a very relentless pace. But coming from one to the other, I felt well prepared, and I'm used to the pace. So it was good training for becoming a mayor.
The format of tonight's evening is going to be a facilitated discussion. So Mayor Roberston is going to talk a little bit about, his experience as an entrepreneur, his background, how he got into politics, the role of small businesses in regional entrepreneurship. The hashtag for tonight is hashtag Ask Mayor Gregor, and with no further ado, Mayor Gregor Roberston. Thank you.
So I come from probably quite a different paradigm of as an entrepreneur, because I started my original working space as an entrepreneur was 50 acres. And I went into farming 21 years ago, kind of back to the land to figure out how food should be grown, how it can be produced close to a city, and how it can be grown responsibly and turned into fantastic products. So that morphed into Happy Planet. It morphed into my wife being very active, starting farmers markets, starting distribution company, co-op company with a number of other farms. But Happy Planet became the big venture from the farm, and actually dwarfed the rest of the ventures we started, and took off so fast that we had to move from that 50 acres within a couple of years to keep up with the company, basically. There wasn't actually very much technology involved at Happy Planet. We used 50 to 80-year-old dairy equipment and fruit pressing equipment to squeeze juice, to process it, to bottle it. It was very old school, and as we grew and the production demands grew larger and larger, we had to raise a lot of money and develop the company into a more technologically savvy company. I got out of the company before things like Facebook and Twitter and social media took over the world. I have been in politics since all of that happened, and I now consider myself an entrepreneur in government. I have, come on, it is possible, believe me. So the city is very much like a small business, very entrepreneurial, very fast moving, has to respond to crisis and emergency and issues on a minute-to-minute basis, which I find thrilling as an entrepreneur deep down. What I'm interested in now at the City of Vancouver is connecting back with business and connecting to this massive base of entrepreneurs that we have here. I'm really convinced that we actually do have to make very strategic, long-term investments to grow the economy of this city. And it is growing, luckily, leaps and bounds because of talented entrepreneurs, because we, as a city, have attracted enormous talent from all over the world to live here. In the world's most livable city, we are still number one. That's an important thing to maintain. One of the reasons we came through this last recession so strong was because we have a very diversified small business economy. That has helped us through enormously. But how we make it possible for more entrepreneurs to succeed, to grow businesses here, the city's primary tools around this are two things. One of them is we have Vancouver Economic Development Commission. We have ramped up the work of VEDC significantly in the last couple of years to figure out where our opportunities are and how we can support the business community, how we can support entrepreneurs in Vancouver. We also control land use and zoning. That's our big tool as a city. We decide, based on input from the community, what we can do on any given block, any given piece of land around the city. Just to close with how excited I am that there are rooms like this full of all of you who no doubt have incredible ideas and passions and visions for what you're doing in your enterprise and for the city, and how what you do can contribute to making our city better.